Hello everybody! Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Serena if you are new here. I decided to film another video outside today, and it is raining pretty hard now. But it's really nice outside and I felt drawn to come here, so here I am. So today's video is going to be about manifestation, and I wanted to talk about how I manifested my dream apartment. That is an event that has occurred recently. I have moved out of my parents' home and am now living with my girlfriend. And we're living in our dream apartment right now, and I'm going to explain to you how we got here. It started raining harder. So for a few months, Bailey and I have been searching for an apartment to move into, and we have come across some issues in the process. The main issues that we faced were budgeting, or the apartment being too much money, or availability. Like, none of them were available for another 2 months, but we wanted to move in 2 days. So we spent so much time looking for apartments, trying to find one, and on the very first day, we stumbled across an apartment, and it was the most beautiful apartment that there was that was within our price range. And it had a river view, it had a gym, it had a pool, it had a sauna, it had like an amenity center. It was just the perfect thing. However, it apparently was not in our budget, even though the website was like, this is in your budget. It was like $500 out of our budget. So our dream apartment, we couldn't afford. So we continued to spend months and months looking for an apartment to move into, and we continued to not have any luck. And I was feeling frustrated because I have been trying to manifest this. And then one day it occurred to me, my technique was off. Instead of focusing on the fact that we are about to be living in our dream apartment, we are living in our dream apartment, my manifestation technique was just searching. I was taking action, but I wasn't being mindful with the action. So that was my issue there. So that one day I realized that I had to flip my mindset. And instead of just searching and searching and searching, I would pick one and call them, and just for the rest of the day manifest and think to myself, I'm so grateful to be living in these apartments. I'm so grateful that these are in our budget and that everything is working out and that this is the perfect time to be applying for these apartments and to be living here, and etc. And so that's exactly what we did. We actually chose the apartments that we found on the first day because somehow, miraculously, after spending some time manifesting and being in this mindset for the whole morning, I decided to look online and find an apartment to apply to, and the one that I chose was actually the one that I saw on the very first day a few months ago. That was the perfect apartment, that would be the dream apartment, like I loved it so much, and suddenly it was within our budget. So I took that as a sign to call them. So we called the apartments and we booked an appointment to tour the apartments because there were 3 available rooms that were within our budget, and these were the apartments with the river view. There was a room that had a view of the river available within our budget, so of course we went over there that day and we had a tour of the apartments, and it was perfect. The manager was so nice. She answered all of our questions, and the view was so beautiful, and all of the people were so friendly, and the space was beautiful. We had so many all of the rooms had lots of giant windows and lots of beautiful natural lighting, and there were patios and balconies on all of the rooms, and this was very exciting to both of us. So right after viewing the apartments, we immediately decided the room with the river view, that one was the one for us. That was the one that we wanted. That was the one that we fell in love with. And we decided to submit an application. I'm getting rained on. I just moved because I was getting rained on a lot. It's still raining, but now I'm sheltered under a bigger tree. Anyway, so that night after we had viewed the apartment, the perfect apartment, the apartment that we were so excited for, the whole evening, the whole night, I was just envisioning what it would be like to live there, but not only to live there, but to receive the news, to receive the phone call that our application was accepted. How I would feel, how I would tell Bailey, how I would tell everybody that I knew that we would be moving out into the perfect apartments, how I would be filming this video about how I manifested the perfect apartments. And I was just visualizing and manifesting as deeply as I could for as long as I could, and I was feeling such positive feelings of gratitude and love, and I was so grateful to be hearing the words, to be receiving the news that we are living in these apartments, even though it hadn't happened yet. That's why it's called manifestation. So I was just visualizing, using these techniques, feeling so grateful, feeling so happy and loved and free for the whole night. And the whole next day when I woke up, I was using these manifestation techniques and I was using these visualizations and feeling as deeply as I could. I was feeling such joy. I was crying because I was so happy to be living in these apartments that I wasn't living in yet. You just really have to feel how you would be feeling as if you heard the news, or as if the news was true, or as if whatever you are dreaming of is actually true. And once you feel these feelings long enough and intensely enough, it will attract it into your life. That is what manifestation is. And that was what I was missing all of those months when I was searching for apartments. I hadn't picked one. I knew in the back of my mind I really wanted this one, but it was out of my budget, so I thought that it wasn't possible. But since I picked one, I was able to feel the feelings as if I had been accepted. Whereas since I hadn't picked one in the beginning, I was just searching and searching, and of course I just kept finding more and more apartments that weren't in my budget or that didn't have availability, because that's what I was focusing on. I was focusing on the fact that, oh my gosh, this isn't in my budget, or oh my gosh, they're not, like, we have to wait 2 months to move in, or whatever. And since I was thinking about that, that is what I was attracting, and more apartments with the results of a high budget or no availability really just kept coming up, and it was frustrating. But then one day, it clicked to me that I just had to pick one, because if I picked one and stuck with it, things will progress forward. Because I'm not in the mindset of searching, I'm in the mindset of I found one. And then you'll attract the I found one vibes into your life. So after spending 2 days manifesting and visualizing and feeling these positive feelings, I received a call from the manager, and she told us that we had been accepted and that we would be able to move in on Thursday, like the following week. And I felt the exact same way that I felt while I was manifesting the feelings, but even happier and more grateful because the manifestations had come true and the universe provided. And that's the thing about the universe: if you ask, you will receive. And it's just really cool because now we are living in our dream apartments. We're living in the apartment that I found on the very first day, lots of months ago, when we were searching for apartments that I thought we wouldn't be able to live in because it would cost too much money. But then all of a sudden, somehow, there's a room with a river view our living room has a view of the river, and it's in our budget, and there's natural lighting and lots of space in the living room, and we have our own kitchen and bedroom and bathroom, and it's just so cool. And a patio, or balcony. But not only that, but there's this huge amenity center and like garden type thing that we're able to, like just the field that everyone is able to like sit on and enjoy, and there's a view of the river and lots of trees and nature, and it's such a beautiful place with such beautiful community because all of the people are so friendly too, all of the people who live there. There's such a wonderful community, and there's so many good dogs and nice children. It's just everything that I could ever imagine it to be, and I'm so grateful to have attracted this into my life because I felt such feelings of gratitude and visualization and love. This is what was able to attract such a thing into my life. This is how I was able to manifest this. And that's the beautiful thing, you see, because when you manifest something through gratitude and you achieve it, then you feel grateful for the thing that you manifested for, and then you're able to manifest even more into your life because you're so grateful for what you already have. And it's just such a wonderful cycle. I am truly so grateful that we are living in these apartments, and that it's everything that I could have ever dreamed of, and that I have the freedom to be myself, and I'm just so happy. And I wanted to share this with you all to hopefully maybe inspire you, because the law of attraction is real and manifestation is real. That's how I was able to attract this into my life. And when things like this happen, it reminds me that I can do anything, I can attract anything into my life. Or that I manifested my first job. That was a big event. Now I've manifested my first apartments. Dream apartments. Another big event. And these are just such spectacular moments that really define who we are and show that we have so much more power than we like to believe. So what I want you to take from this video is that everything you can ever dream of is absolutely possible. You have the whole world in your hands. You can manifest and bring and attract anything into your life. You just have to find the right techniques and find what works for you. As I mentioned, I wasn't manifesting correctly at first and I was frustrated. But if something isn't coming into your life, change the way you're doing things. I was forgetting to feel gratitude and visualize the moment as if. Something that is so important is to live as if when manifesting. So I would recommend you take that advice into your own hands and do what you will with that. I just want all of you to know that anything is possible, and life is wonderful and filled with so much magic and possibility, and you create your own reality. So please do what you will with that information and create your own heaven on earth, because you can. I love you all so much, and I hope that you have such a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is there. And I'm sending you all such wonderful positive vibes and love. If you have any questions about manifestation or the law of attraction, let me know. I can comment back to you or post some new videos. I hope that you all have a wonderful day. I love you all.